bronze medalist. Life doesn't get much better right now.
I don't think so. Such a savvy racer. She always puts herself in great position to land on the podium. Silver medal in 2019 and bronze in the Olympics. She told me that her training is going very, very well, and she could not be more excited for an opportunity to go for another World Championship medal on home soil.
Remember when we went to the commercial break, we said the stars are in abundance. Well, here's another one, Addo. Ajay Wilson.
Bronze medals at both the 2017 and 2019 World Championships, and then she won the World Indoor title this year in Belgrade, Serbia. We saw her win a couple weeks ago in New York at the New York City Grand Prix, the pride of Neptune High School in New Jersey.
Here is the full field for the Nike women's 800 meters first semi-final, and the same rules apply. Top three go through, and then the next two best times. What kind of a race is Ajay going to run? That's a question.
Well, we saw her in New York come from behind to win, and Lewis asked her after the race, we've seen some change in your tactics. You don't necessarily always go to the front. And she said, yeah, I have to, my coach and I have been talking, I have to be able to win a race and be competitive in a race from anywhere in the pack. So we'll see what she chooses to do in this first semifinal.
That is what experience teaches you, right?
Yep.
Nike women's 800 meters. Just noticed Raven Rogers there got a little kind of ill-footed there, and then regained her composure. So she heads out nice and early, and so too does Ajay Wilson in the light blue and white on her inside. So
the two Olympic teammates from Tokyo, first and second as they head down the backstretch.
Used to be training partners.
That's right.
Until Raven Rogers relocated and now trains here in Oregon.
Hannah Green in bib number 4, just finding it a little difficult to find some clear track space there. She trains here in Eugene as a member of the Oregon Track Club Elite. There she is there, third from last, now finding some space.
And you see where Ajay is. She's not the Ajay of years gone by where she had to be in the front in every race no matter what the round. She's content to be mid-pack now and confident in her ability to kick past people in the later stages of the race.
So the NCAA 800-meter winner, Christy Schofield, leads the way inside the final lap. Raven Rogers just perfectly placed.
We're so used to seeing Ajay in the front. I don't know if I like seeing her falling all the way to the back of the pack, giving herself quite a bit of work to do. This is a great field she's up against. Charlene Lipsey's in this field. So Ajay Wilson will need to get back to the front here, and she's having to work really hard to do that.
Yeah, and when you see this kind of move, you wonder if she's going to have enough to come home with. But I think she's done it conservatively enough where she hasn't drained the tank completely, and now she's in third. Remember that the qualification from this is top 3, and then the next 2 fastest to the final. So right now she's in a qualifying position.
Charlene Lipsey went out hard on that back stretch, and now she's dropped from first to third, and the challenges are coming. Raven Rogers, Ajay Wilson. Ajay goes from last to first to win the first semi-final in the Nike women's 800 meters over Raven Rogers, her Olympic teammate. And then Christy Schofield came home third for one of those auto qualifier spots.
Otto, I gotta say, I am very impressed with this run from Ajay Wilson. She is able now to compete with confidence from anywhere on the track. She made this move, Otto. We weren't sure, would she be able to hold this? But not only does she hold this kick, she's able to find another kick when Raven Rogers, I thought, really put the pedal to the metal here, and I thought she would hold it and win this heat. And look at Ajay. She's so relaxed, able to find another gear. This is very promising for Ajay as she goes into another World Championship. I think she has a really great shot of being on the podium.
What you're seeing here is somebody who has mastered the event and now is in just complete control. And as she said to Lewis in New York, she feels like she can win any race from anywhere in the pack.
So the 2 Olympians get auto qualifiers, and then the youngster who won the NCAA title here, Christy Schofield, she goes through. We'll talk more about time in the second one, but for now, here's Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
All right, well, Ajay, we're seeing a different you out here. You went from mid-pack to from the back to the lead. What are you testing here as you work your way through these rounds?
I can't really take credit for that one. I just found myself in bad positioning and had to work my way up. That definitely wasn't the plan, but I'm confident in my training and my kick, so I just didn't panic and found an opening when I could.
Okay, then you don't want to be there come finals, so then what has to be different? Do you go back to the old you and take the lead, or how do you change this up? How do you fix it?
That's something me and my coach, Jericho Thompson, talk about at the end of this race. But definitely know if I want to try and win, I have to be closer.
All right, Ajay, we'll see you then.
Thanks.
Very composed, winner of that first semi. Hey, she's no longer a teenager, but she will always be an Olympic gold medalist. The sensation that is Athing Mu. Up next. It's been an enjoyable night so far, but a lot more to come and a lot of business at hand. And let's get serious now, because that's what Athing Mu is doing as she sets sail on getting to the World Championships next month here in Oregon.
And as Sonia told you, she has not lost a race outdoors since 2019. What were you doing when you were 19? Well, last year she won the Olympic gold, broke the American record, and then anchored the 4x4, don't forget, in the Olympics, coming home with 2 golds, all at the age of 19.
I got our stats team to double check this number. She ran 36 races last year, indoor and outdoor, and only lost 1.
Wow.
And that was at 400 meters, not 800 meters. That was at the NCAA Indoor Championships.
Wow, she's such a stud. But what I hate that you don't get to see is that her personality is as big as her talent. She is just a wonderful young woman with a huge heart, a smile that lights up the room, and just a great, great, great person to have in the sport. And you wonder, what more will Athing Mu be able to do? I mean, she could win the 400 and the 800 here, Otto, if she really wanted to.
No question about it.
There's no question about it, no doubt about it.
I asked her yesterday about the long-standing world record of 153, and you heard her say, yeah, that's in my sights in the future.
Nike women's 800 meters, second semi-final. Athing Mu in lane 6. Keep your eye in lane 4, though, on the 26-year-old Ali Wilson. Ali won her heat and is in good form at the moment. Yeah, she's had a good year. She's already set a personal best this year back in May, 158.18. That was in California. 6th at the Olympic trials last year. Running in second with hip number 3, you see in the red top there, that's Olivia Baker, and she broke the 2-minute barrier just last month for the first time.
Yep, she made the World Indoor team, finished 6th at World Indoor. She sits now in second. But we've seen the template for how Athing Mu runs. Yes, she front runs because, quite frankly, there's nobody that can keep up with her on the first leg. You know how fast she is at 400 meters. But when she unleashes that kick late in the race, nobody in the world has had a response.
It's just beautiful to watch her run. She's just so effortless. She has this low arm carry, which means she's conserving energy, and most people can't keep up with her when she's doing that, much less when she opens up those arms and those legs. It's incredible, the capacity that she has. Her coaches say no matter how much they put on her, she just keeps going and going and going. It's like they don't want to kill her in practice, but the workload that she can take, the sky is just the limit.
Look at this shot. Who looks the most comfortable on your screen? It's the young lady in the front. It's the Olympic champion. And now is where she likes to separate from the field. She goes to that 400-meter speed, and that's usually lights out.
All right, let's see if Ali Wilson has something here for this final stretch. Coming down the home stretch, nobody's going to go with Athing Mu. Ali Wilson is 4th. I don't think she's going to have enough, though. Sage Herder has run a good race. Sage is in second. And Athing Mu, it comes across in 1:57.53 to win the Nike women's 800 meters second semi-final.
She already has the world lead at 1:57.0. But Sonia mentioned it, and we're going to see it in the replay. For 700 meters, her arms are down. She's not on the gas. Watch the arms come up as she comes off the turn. You see the arms come up to shoulder height now? That's because she's dipping into the tank a little bit. This is not flat out for her, but she's maybe about 75% right here.
Yeah, not even close for Athing Mu. I mean, she doesn't have to do much to be able to run a 1:57.5. Still so relaxed, so smooth, completely in control of the entire race. I mean, it's hard to imagine that anybody will be able to run with her here, or even much less at the World Championships.
You just shake your head when you see somebody this gifted This is when you talk about being born to do it, because this young lady is a phenomenal talent and still so young, just 20 years of age.
So the auto qualifiers are Athing Mu, Sage Herder, and Olivia Baker. Ali Wilson will get in on time, and so too will Brooke Feldmeyer. So let's hear from semi number 2 winner. Here is Athing Mu with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
Well, the spikes are off. She's ready to relax now and take a little bit of a breather. I think we continue to be amazed by not just your poise, but with the ease that you compete. What was the strategy as you went to this race to get yourself ready to get to the final?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you come into these races, especially with the 800 being so stacked in the U.S. now, you kind of, I mean, you can go by who you think is going to go take it out or, you know, stay in the pack or whatever, but I know all these girls are fighting for a spot on the team, so I just want to make sure that every time I hit the track, I don't leave anything behind, and I make sure that I'm not leaving any reason for me to not be on the team.
Gotcha. Now we've taken care of that business. What happened yesterday with you and Otto on the treadmill? What did you do to him?
I personally didn't do anything. I mean, he wanted to experience a 155, and so he got that, and he couldn't hang. I mean, we're both Olympians, but there's only 800 meter gold Olympian in America this year. So, yeah, it was a funny experience. I know he had a fun time on there.
And we had fun watching it. Thanks. All right, we'll see you in the final.
No problem. Thank you.
All righty. Let's check in with Paul Swangard.
Hey, thanks, Lewis. As the stage